Hi, I hope you're all having a great day. So Christmas is just around the corner, and I came up with a fun technique using our metallic patinas and some bead caps and beads. So with a lot of sparkle and shine and these beautiful metallic colors this time of year, I wanted a way to transform our natural brass and artisan copper beads and bead caps so they could be used with different metals. So being that we have our Vintage Vogue, which is a solid brass, and it has this beautiful bright brass, like gold tone to it, and then our artisan pewter, this nice kind of like antique silver look, I thought, let's take some of the components we have in our line and these beautiful filigree bead caps and natural brass and match them to the artisan pewter and solid brass. So using metallic patinas, it's a really fun and easy way to do that. And also altering the shape, so taking a bead cap and using it into a different function or different way is fun too, as you could see here. So we also have our aged bronze and artisan copper, so if you wanted to transform other pieces you have to match those metals in the Vintage line, we have these nice 4 metallic colors. I'm going to go ahead and use the Nouveau Silver and Victorian Gold today. And you can see in some of these projects, I took our natural brass bead caps. This is just an ornate filigree bead cap. Sorry, my hands are dirty. I have little specks of patina all over them. And I went ahead and did the Nouveau Silver on these to match that artisan pewter, like I said, and the Victorian Gold to match the solid brass. So that just gives you an idea of changing up. You know me, I love mixing metals so much, so typically I would leave this brass and mix it with the artisan pewter, but I know some people like to match, and I wanted to go ahead and show a way that you can do that. So this here is just a fun ornament, and I did a larger bead cap and I changed that to this gold tone and then brought some of the silver into the brass key there. Another ornament, flattening bead caps to create like a snowflake shape, and then adding some patina to those as well. So a lot of fun things you could do. This bracelet here has, these were all painted with the gold patina, these bead caps on those pretty crystal beads there. So the tip that I just want to share with you, bead caps are small. So when you're using patina, obviously I'm messy. I get it on my nails, on my hands, and it does come off. But when using with small objects like beads and bead caps, I found a really fun and easy way to patina them quickly without getting really messy. So you always want to take your patina bottle and shake it until you hear that mixing ball. Go ahead and put a little bit here on my non-stick craft sheet. You could use wax paper as well. If you don't have one of these are nice and handy because they're reusable. You can wipe it off, clean the surface, and just keep using this. So this is just a great supply. Manufactured by Ranger Ink, where our patinas are also made. So I like to use either like a 3-inch head pin or a piece of wire. This is just a piece of brass wire I cut. And I'm simply going to insert my wire through the hole of the bead cap like this, and then pick up some of the color with the brush, and that helps you spin it as well. So as you could see, oops, of course it fell out here. Just keep it flat down on your surface and go ahead and apply your patina, and kind of you're turning it with the brush as it goes. Alright, so it's nicely coated. Because for the most part you're going to be putting maybe a large bead into the bead cap like this, you don't need to patina the inside because you're not going to see it. If you're going to flatten it like this to create like a snowflake and you're not riveting it to a surface, you're leaving it open, that's when you would want to go ahead and, some patina may have gotten on the back, once it dries, go in and brush on some to the back side if you think you're going to be using this as a reversible piece. Okay, and same goes for beads. So I'm going to use this artisan copper bead. I'll put a little bit more of the silver out here. And this will just roll as you brush it on. Super easy. I'm kind of just dabbing it and it's rolling right on the wire there, and I'm getting it coated nice. I'll go ahead and gently slide it off to dry. Now if you wanted to flatten something, what you could do is you could flatten it first if you'd like. I just take my chain nose pliers and kind of push down and then move it around on here, turn it over, flatten both sides. So now you have a fun little flower or maybe a snowflake shape. And this could be used, you could use your wire just to like hold it in place. This could be used as a washer or something to stack and do layers of riveting, which I'll show you that ornament again. I used like 3 different sizes of flattened bead caps to create like that snowflake feel. The patina does dry very quickly, and I'm doing such a thin layer that I did both sides right away here. And then just kind of scooch it over onto a clean spot. You could even do really tiny beads like this. See how quickly that is? That one's done. Oh, actually I missed a side here. There we go. And then if you want to change colors, go ahead and use some water to clean your brush. And then you're going to remove excess water and patina with a paper towel as much as you can to kind of dry it off. You don't want a wet brush when applying the patina. So now I'm going to go in with the the Victorian Gold. Let's do this one. This one's really pretty. And after these dry, you could go in with the metal reliefing block and relief some off if you'd like, off of those raised areas, and kind of shine it up. Or you could leave it as is. Another thing you can do is apply a very thin layer of either our glaze or our matte glaze if you want to seal it. The patinas are permanent as is, but I know some people prefer a little added durability and prefer to seal the pieces. If you add, a second coat, you can make it a little bit of a deeper color. Obviously, you can use any color of our patina line. I believe there's currently 31 colors and 4 metallics, and they're all blendable, so you can create your own palette. So that's fun. Okay, let's see here. I'll go ahead and show you how to glaze one of these that are already dry, how to seal it. So when using the glaze, be sure to use a dry brush Alright, this is the glaze that has kind of like a satin to semi-gloss finish. And then we also do have matte glaze if you don't want to see that sheen. So I'm just going to pick up a very thin amount of glaze on my brush and actually dab some off even, and just go in and lightly brush it over the surface. If it kind of fills any of the openings, you could use the brush or wire to kind of clean that out. That's why you don't want to apply a thick amount to it. Just very thin layers, all you need. And then you always want the glaze to air dry, so I'm going to scooch that off to the side. Ooh, something else fun. So I've also changed the color of some findings, some jump rings and chain as well. And I cannot even tell you the last time that I have designed in all silver. And I did right here. So this is, everything is vintage in this necklace. So I started with some of the artisan pewter components. So I have these connectors here, toggle, and this focal connector. And that's when I went in and applied patina to this filigree bead cap. I used our pewter wire to match, and then I even added patina to some jump rings. So all of these jump rings and chain. First full silver piece I've made in maybe a decade. No joke. Like I said, I love mixing metals, you know that. And then this is all gold. Because we do have the findings, the jump rings and head pins. I didn't use jump rings in this, but head pins in the solid brass. So that one was a little bit easier. But here are, I think I could have cleaned off my space a little bit better before showing you everything. But so here's some jump rings and then the chain. So with the jump rings, I kind of do it in bulk. Let me grab a few and show you. The brush, maybe that's a little bit whiter like this. Go ahead and get some patina on your brush and just dab over them like that. And then you can turn them with the brush, just kind of flip them over and then let them dry. And then if you wanted to, you could glaze them, but I didn't. I just kind of, they might fade a little bit because you're using pliers, but for the most part, the ones I used, they held up really well. But I just want to show you just a fun way, another way to kind of transform and alter pieces that are typically used, you know, just for embellishing and adorning a bead, but you can use them in a different way now, creating just these fun other components to stack and layer and use in mixed media type way. It's a lot of fun. So hope you enjoy and you feel creative. I'd love to see you share some project ideas too on our Facebook page. So be sure to continue to upload your projects, and I really appreciate all your likes and shares on my videos, you guys. Thank you so much. Getting my lineup ready for the next couple months, and I have some really fun techniques I'm excited to share with you the beginning of the new year, and I just hope you all have a wonderful holiday and happy designing. Bye.